Hello and welcome to What My Sister Said. And I don't have our names up here. We talked for a good hour, guys.
Yeah.
And
my
I
God.
still forgot.
We did. Oh my God.
And
Kelly, where's your
I'm
little
in it.
extra
I
bit?
don't know.
Where'd your
But
extra bit
listen,
go?
sometimes I have to clear cache and then I forgot how do you add it? I forgot.
It's in the
Listen,
settings.
I'll do it in a minute. Edit name and headline. Okay, I am innocent. Innocent.
But
It's
she's
the
really
truth,
not.
guys.
And
I am.
that's the gag.
She's
On what my
innocent.
sister said, I'm the baby.
She
And
is
I
baby.
am innocent.
Which means
This
the
is true.
babies are the worst.
Babies unite. Little sisters and little brothers, get thee behind me.
Magnese.
You are
Into the
innocent.
chat.
So listen, if you're here, what my sister said is about three sisters with a passion for entertainment industry. We take those conversations we used to have around our breakfast table as kids, and we invite you to join us. We are focused right now on the world of BL. That's queer dramas from countries like Thailand, Japan, Korea, and many others. We don't let that stop us though from delving into other stuff like music, television, anything, politics, whatever. So pour yourself a drink.
Yeah.
And carry on with the sisters.
Oh yeah.
Every Tuesday. What my sister said.
Wait,
That was a
other
great
Tuesday.
intro.
It's not every Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday.
It is
We
every
ain't got
other
it like
Tuesday.
that.
Did I not
You
say
said
the
every-
other?
You said
You
every
didn't say that, but
Tuesday.
it's all right. It's all right. It's all
Zing,
right.
zing, boom, boom.
Every Tuesday. Speaking of drinks, I made this. I'm doing an excellent job. So
You are amazing.
Listen, I really struggled to try to find a drink. We try to stay on theme. Oh, the theme is LOL FanFest 2026.
Pew, pew, pew.
Which was a racing theme. And so, listen, I tried to find, I was trying to go the LOL route. The funny drinks were way too complicated, and we did not have the basics. I knew you guys didn't have the 50 different liquors that were required for half the funny drinks.
That wouldn't have been funny after we drank that.
But I also learned that just learned this year that LOL was Love Out Loud. I thought it was Laugh Out Loud.
Oh my God, you didn't
Love Out Loud.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, I'm glad you know now.
It is Laugh Out Loud everywhere else in the world.
That's true.
I also tried to go down because everybody tried to be sexy this year. So I was going to make a joke about how everybody's trying to be like sexy on sexy and make a sexy drink. Those were too complicated too. So then I put in races. And unfortunately, if you're in Americas, what?
If you're you said racist, but I heard racist. I said she put in racist. I'm so confused.
We're racist. But when you put that into a drinking algorithm, it thinks you're talking about horses.
Racist?
And so that is how we landed at a bourbon derby.
That's weird. As many car races as there are in Murph.
I was going to say
maybe
NASCAR.
Straight liquor.
There's no NASCAR drinks.
Listen,
I think they probably drink a lot of beer at NASCAR.
Yeah, I did my best.
Cocktails at the Derby.
Oh no, I did put that back up. This fell down earlier. Hit my head on it. So bourbon derby is 1 part bourbon, 3/4 part lime syrup, 1/2 part sweet vermouth, 1/2 part orange liqueur, and a lime wedge. And I went beyond a lime wedge. I haven't drank too much of this already. I went beyond a lime wedge. We talked for like an hour before this, and I was sipping the entire time. I went beyond the lime wedge, and I stopped. I don't really drink anymore, so this is compounded. This is compounded into this moment. Was it saying I went beyond a lime wedge and put lime juice in here because I was concerned that this would be too sweet. The sweet vermouth, the orange liqueur, and lime syrup just sounded very sweet to me, and I do not like sweet drinks. So I put
lime syrup sounds wrong.
Yeah, I put an entire lime in here because I was like, I'm not going out like that.
Nice.
So,
how about you guys? Did you make variations on we?
So
I didn't.
I didn't have lime syrup. So I put lime juice, but I also used a dash of Saint Germain to try to make it a lime syrup because Saint Germain is sweet. But also, you all said that your sweet vermouth was dark, whereas I was telling him earlier. There's a bar that we used to frequent, and we really loved the drinks there. And the bartender was telling us how she ordered it straight from Italy. And so then the next time she got an order in, she gave us a bottle of the sweet and a bottle of the, I guess is dry vermouth. I don't know what the vermouth is.
Yes, it is dry. Yes.
But because it's from Italy, it doesn't say sweet and dry on the bottles. It's just like one is white and one is dark. And I never know which is which. So I Google folded it. But I Google folded it. And it said the Blanco one was sweet. So I used the Blanco one.
Well, like everybody says, Google's losing
this is a liar. Google has been co-opted by AI. Don't trust it.
It has. I was gonna say Google's dumb now. So.
Google's a dumb. But this is really good.
Oh wait, we're on YouTube. Right. Sorry, Google. Google.
Great.
Google.
Freedom of speech, Google.
Google.
And you're wonderful. And the drink is wonderful.
Shut up,
You're
Google.
not comply in advance. Fight the man.
That's right, Google.
I'm going to start this with, I had to go to church this morning and then straight to Pride after that. I am not eating a real meal. And I'm drinking. So I will be noshing on some sushi and some.
So she's got that. I did earlier. I had an Asian salad. I am sorry. That's not racist.
Hey.
That's what they called it.
What is going on?
But it wasn't like it was just a lot of chopped cabbage and like a sesame dressing. So I don't know that my sustenance is a deep well, but it was quite delicious.
So I will say for my food intake today, and this is what you need to do, Kelly. So like, what was the protein on that salad? No protein?
None.
Oh,
but I do have cottage cheese that has protein in it.
Oh, so we have gone with one dinner a night is the salad dinner, and I will make just boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I will season them up.
One dinner a week.
One dinner a week. I said night.
You said delish. I was like,
this
are
is
you
delish.
Are you a hobbit?
11 C's? I could go for 11 C's. Anyway, that's delicious. Yes, one dinner a week we do salad. So I'll make like a robust, like everything I can think of to put in a salad. And usually our proteins on top are chickpeas and boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And we just slice it up, and then you get to choose your amount of that.
So I had to what has been working for me is high fiber before I eat my protein.
Nice.
So I it is between peas. Listen, do I like peas? No. Are they the easiest?
I love peas.
Maximum. I mean, I'm getting into it now.
I like peas in other food, but I don't want to eat a pea by itself.
But listen, my coworkers were horrified because I was like, I'm traveling. This is my first time traveling with trying to control my sugar and diet and everything. And I was like, that every video I've seen is like, just eat some peas. Eat some peas before you eat when you're in a pinch.
That's
broccoli
cool.
or peas. So they actually sell like cups of pudding and said it's just a cup of peas. You don't have to do anything to it. You just eat the peas out of the cup. My coworkers are horrified. They were like, "Do you like what you're doing right now?" And I'm like,
"That's really weird."
It gets the job done because I didn't have a lot of choices. Like I had Philly cheesesteak for lunch one day. Well, I ate the cup of peas prior to it. I was all right.
Yeah.
So.
That sounds weird though, and you could just get some broccoli. I
But
think you should
I
get
have steamed broccoli in the
some
freezer now and
broccoli.
peas and ooh,
Hmm.
and if I want to do rice, I'm adding edamame or peas to the rice. So
That's
then I
good.
or
Oh, that's a good
also
idea.
couscous. They said or beans. So you can do a
Mm-hmm.
bean rice, which Koreans I did not know.
Mm.
There is a Korean like 3 bean rice or something that I'm gonna try.
Mm.
So I can do or black rice. That's also a thing. So you can mix
Cool.
the Koreans mix their black rice and their white rice and it takes down
Oh.
the sugars. Yeah. So there's a lot of
Ah.
different options. I've done the edamame rice before. I have not tried the pea rice, but
I like the pea rice idea. That sounds
mhm.
delish. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
do
just
it.
put the peas in
I
there and
prefer the
then
edamame.
yeah. I have a
I could
whole
do
thing
either
of edamame.
one, but the edamame I'm gonna have to get it pre-shelled because she ain't a girl ain't doing that
Oh
all
yeah,
day.
I have pre-shelled. Girl, I'm not shelling
I should
those.
do that. I don't buy a lot of frozen veggies, but I could do that. And
That's where
then yeah,
they're
cause
good to use. You just toss them in. You
yeah,
can
that's
and
a good
beans too if
idea.
you're not like against that, like white beans
They,
or
you
black
know,
beans. They're not bean
the
people.
gang over here are not. I am a bean person. I
I have
love
beans every
bean
day. Oh my!
lentils, beans.
I
I'll
have
eat
so
it.
many lentils right now.
Oh my goodness, I will eat it. These fools. Oh, sorry, that was that was harsh.
But
They're
I'm
not
not a
No, it's
bean
into
okay.
it.
person. But I feel like it's the beans that our parents fed us. Like I'm a lover of black beans, white beans,
I
black
love
beans,
the
a
white beans
garbanzo
and
bean.
chickpeas. Yes,
Yeah,
Yes,
those
I
you know
three.
love
what?
all of those.
Those are
Yeah.
all great. You know what the difference is? I'll say in it for my crew and what I found is I was buying them in cans, and that was the problem.
The cans are
Canned beans
amazing.
and
Fresh,
bag beans.
fresh, and yes, fresh takes forever. Fresh takes forever, but
Way
it
better.
the consistency of them, the way
It's not
they hold
mushy.
their shape better, so
Hmm.
Mm,
much better. Like it because it's not
I get
losing
that.
its whole the minute it comes out of that can. Lord Jesus,
So
we
I
talking about
do
beans.
do
Love
canned
it
because
for
I'm
us. I
just
love it for us.
it's
It's
canned
easier
is
in a
on a
can.
pinch.
Yeah, it's
And
easy.
Yeah.
one thing I do, an avocado is really good too because the fats in
Oh
avocado.
yes.
Avocado has protein and fats that you
Yes,
need.
they're gonna do that. Yeah.
Um, but I have found the white bean miso butter. Put that on
Mm.
toast. You're good to go. Tons of
Mm.
you get
I love
protein
white
and you
beans. They
get
don't love
I
them.
love a white bean. Yeah.
They
so
don't
it's
love them.
smashed. So to be clear,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put the white bean and the miso and the butter and you smash it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
A little lemon
Sounds
on top.
delish.
And you just spread that on butter on toast in the morning. Sourdough, if you don't want high sugar,
Well,
sourdough. Um,
Mm. Mm.
get you going and then you're good. You can eat that in the morning. I also made a chia seed blueberry jam, which was
I
fantastic.
saw that. I saw when you
But
did that.
also, I then later watched a video of someone going, "Do you have GI issues?" Which I personally do. And they
Chia,
were like,
chia,
"Don't
Chia.
do
chia,
that." They were
chia.
Yeah.
very upset. They were like, "Stop doing chia." I just bought a
Hmm.
huge bag of chia, and they were like,
No
"Do not do
chia.
that." And I was like,
Yeah.
just eating scoops of that jam in the
Oh
morning,
wow,
and they
no
were like,
chia.
"Please
No.
don't do that. Please don't do it." They were worried I would end up with a. They said people end up with obstructions because of it. We should talk
Oh
about
God.
LOL Fan Fest.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hold
Yeah,
on
that's
though. Let
kind of
me eat
what we're
this
here for.
sushi.
So I will give like a little whoa, a
Oh,
little
let me eat
history
this
of
sushi.
LOL. I don't actually have. Listen, guys, typically I would be nerded out and give you really in-depth
We've
details.
had a hard week. It's
It's
been a
been a hard week.
hard week.
We lost a
You all
friend.
know.
We're
Yeah.
managing. Most of you guys know this already, so it's not. I don't have to like go into detail. So, Nerd Kelly took a back seat to I'm just here and gonna do my best, Kelly. But
Surviving.
LOL FanFest did actually start with the Pillars.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Pillars graduated to their own concert, and then it
Oh.
moved into the LOL FanFest that we see today. There was the year that really sticks out to me where I think it really picked up speed was there was a year where it felt like EarthMix were really the cornerstone. And this is
Mm-hmm.
why when people are like, mix these people up and take these people out, they have like no reverence to the history of things. But it was the
Oh.
last year of It was the last year of
That
Omnanon.
was really loud.
So
Yeah.
Omnanon had already kind of officially split. Things were kind of weird.
Mm,
It was like their last
mm,
thing together. So it was the last year of Omnanon. EarthMix were clearly the people who were the foundation of this, right? They were like
mhm.
mom and dad of all of them. It was really cool to see them all be together. So Gemini Fourth were brand new that year. You know, we had JoongDunk, we had all of PondPhuwin. Um, and that was the first year I felt like everyone was all eyes were on LOL FanFest because it had blown up to a much larger group and they had graduated the pillars. You know, Tay New, Off Gun, Chris Cinto, Bright Win to their own show. That Bright Win was still around back then. Um, and it just that LOL Fan Fest, we talked about that thing for years because we had never seen some of them in that way. It showed like when they all get together what it could be like. And everyone was just so attached to Earth and Mix. It was very clear during that time frame, which it has shifted over the years, but in that moment of time, they were the elders
The
that
elders, yeah,
were
of the
willing
team.
to take care of everyone. They're just you could just see moments on stage where you know someone was just cuddled up next to him. There was like this moment where people were all crying and like Earth was like, I don't know who to give tissues to. Like he was panicked and they all of them treated Mix like mother. Like
Mhm.
just would just come like you know when they're taking pictures and everyone's coming on stage. I don't know if they do that anymore, but back then it was a big line of chairs and all the actors
Yeah,
were
they
on the
do
chairs
it.
and
I think
they
they
would
still do
cycle
it.
through everyone to take pictures.
Mhm.
And they would all just in between the pictures would get up and just cuddle up, like literally just sit on Mix or just lay on Mix. It was just very clear that he was the safe space for all of those actors. And it was as a viewer, we kind of got to see how they all engaged outside of what we knew and outside of their pairs. We got to see how they engage with each other. We saw jealous Puin. We saw how much it was so Puin and Pond and how they interacted. How Puin would like just poke him or play with his shoes and stuff. And he would just let Puin do whatever he wanted. And Puin would be like
Mhm.
super playful. And he would just kind of that big giant sweet, like a big dog, sweet dog, and then he would be like, okay, enough to Puin. Puin was soft, but like we saw like the Joy Lotta group interact and engage. We didn't know how close Poon and Jim and I were till that event, and they were like picking each
Mhm.
other up and laying on each other. So it was just I think it was 2022. I'm pretty positive. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, guys. But my memory tells me that was 2022 LOL Fan Fest, and that kind of changed the trajectory of everything. I think it was a turning point for GMM as a whole because it was the first time we got to see them all interact. And so then it became what everyone was looking forward to because they wanted, you don't get to see
Yeah.
them in their most vulnerable, true selves outside of LOL Fest. It became the place.
Mhm.
It was before, like
So
the way we see them all hang out now and do all these, we did not have that. That was not happening
mm,
back then. And so that was the first time we saw them interacting outside of their couples.
can I ask two things about back
Mm-hmm.
then? Was the so I think about scale, right? Part of this being a tough week and part of, me doing my best in this conversation is about scale and how big it has become, right? And how many songs they were doing and how many people were participating. So I'm thinking about time frame. Was it still like a 3 to 5 hour concert or was it much smaller?
It
Um,
was okay. I am right about 2022. Go me, Levolution. Me. I thought of all the times AI do your job.
AI never does it. Well, no, let
It
me
said
take that back.
featured couples. No, that's wrong.
You did a great job synthesizing some data for me this past week, AI. That part I'm okay
Yeah.
with. The dirty water for all of these different
The
communities.
AI did a
Kick
terrible
kick
job there.
rocks. Kick rocks AI.
What was your question? I'm sorry. Can we?
It was about scale. So I was trying to think about, I know, so I did a little research for today. 51 songs, 12 pairs. So that's 24 people with various, song formations. I think out of everybody, I think Pond did the most. I saw Reddit is a beautiful thing. Thank you, people who did the numbers. I think out of everybody, I think Pond did 13.
Jesus.
13
That's
of those
insane.
You have to
51
memorize
songs.
all these songs and dances.
13. Like he had the number, he was the top performer,
Wait,
right? So
I just want to, when you make
yeah.
that statement, I just want to point out the people who have so much criticism for these artists.
About yes. It's like
Think
what?
about that. It's 3 days of performance. He had to do 13 numbers
every single day. Because that's 51
how
one time.
quickly did he learn these? Because it's not like this is the only thing he's doing.
Right, right.
Recording series, going on all these other different, all across
Schedules,
the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
These criticisms, the way people bash these artists is amazing. Like, what world are you living in? Could you possibly do these things? I just, when you said that, it just caused a fire within me.
Yeah,
okay,
I will say I was wrong. I was wrong about the year. It was 2023, the year that I'm thinking of. And it was EarthMix, Om Nanon, First Cow, PondPhuwin, JoongDunk, Force Book, JimmySea, and Gemini fourth. So prior to that, it was the Pillars.
It was smaller, but I will say this scale is scaling. It's still, let's grab all of them and
because
get
it went
to
from
doing
the Pillars to this. So it went from Off Gun, Tay New, Chris Cinto, Bright Wind to this.
But I also want to say it was smaller in 2023, but there are more people in the company now as well.
There are.
That's why I was saying the scale seems right because they are still, they are like not, I mean, some people got excluded, right? But it's because it depends on where you are in that trajectory of your, your popularity or all, whatever.
Also,
they're making some of those decisions
right now or something like that too.
Part.
Yep. Yeah, I saw a lot of people getting upset and trying to decide who should be in and who should be out. And I think a lot of younger people are more willing to oust the older people, but they do not. There is a fundamental misunderstanding of how GMMTV as a whole works. It is really built on mentorship. It is built on seasoned actors who are in the business, and it's beyond the company, right? It is ingrained within how they do things. Seasoned actors taking younger actors under their wing to help them grow and take them to a path of their own success. Because the idea, and this is just like company talk, right? But I understand that. But the idea overall is if one succeeds, we all succeed. So it eliminates that competitive nature that you could find that Fandom definitely tries to push. Fandom is constantly trying to make these actors compete. Well, so and so had more screen time than so and so. Like so and so should be an LOL, so and so shouldn't. That is not the structure of GMM. It is I put in the work to help another person be lifted up. And if me lifting them up makes them super successful, the company's successful.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what the pay structure is back there, right? And how I think that people are sorry, y'all. I'm using a new mic, so if bing bang booms are happening, this thing's got a boom.
No, you're fine.
I'm touching it. Okay, awesome.
It's actually less. There's less extra noise.
Bing bang boom,
now.
right? Yay!
Yeah.
Investment is real, people. Yeah. Investment is real. Anyway, it's interesting because I think the fandom model they took is from K-pop, right? Which that exists in that space. That competition part, I mean, it's born out of the idea that, you're making these groups out of competition shows and things like that. And so your initial ideas about fandom within a group, right? With these reality TV shows or these competition shows, is that you have to put all of your eggs in a basket to make sure that this person gets what they need, that they're being treated
Mm-hmm.
fairly, all of those things. So I think it's some of that, but then it's also like GMMTV, that part serves them, but it's not ultimately or fundamentally what that, what they are doing in that model, probably
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes. So I think that's where some of that weirdness comes from. Is the idea
And
of
there's
fandom and like I gotta stand my people
right,
hard.
and I think
People
they
are weird too, though. They do that same thing with with female artists, like try to pit them against one another. You know what I mean? If we go
mm-hmm.
outside
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
it's like
Oh,
women. If women artists, if female artists support one another, people are constantly like trying to.
you know what it made
She
me
said
think of?
her.
It'll tell our age because I gotta remember when I'm gonna go see her. Jill Scott and Erica Badu. Whew. When
Mm,
that
Oh
daggone show
yes,
came out, that or
they
that song
tried.
with the Roots,
They
because
tried.
we don't
yes.
worry about where. Because
Oh my
Jill did
god, because
that
they both did
original.
it.
They put
Yeah,
Erica on the track. And
Yep.
when they
right.
did that Dave Chappelle like special thing that he
Yes,
recorded, everybody was
the
trying
block
to
party.
pit them against each other. And they asked her, and Jill Scott said, "We're two different things.
Hmm.
We can coexist in the same space." That kind of thing. Yes, no, Anwi, you made me
Hmm.
think of that. Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Um, one other thing I was going to say, I think also the thing that people miss, it's super important to the actors that the weird fandom stuff overlooks is they said this is the only time all of them get to
They get.
engage with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They make new friendships, they make new relationships, and fans are short-sighted. Those kind of connections can lead to something bigger for these artists in the
Mm-hmm.
future. They can meet someone like connecting with someone who has all of this insight and like sees you for who you are as an artist and helps you grow. Like maybe that's not tangible to you. Maybe it's not an episode count or a minute count on screen or how many times they performed on stage. All of that stuff is trivial at the end of the day when an artist is
Mm-hmm.
trying to have longevity in the system. It is not decided by the minutes of time on screen. And fandom
It's just
cannot seem to get past that. It's
it's a weird
weird.
way to
Every time
measure
people count
things.
minutes, I'm
Yeah.
like, you're being weird. You're being weird in a
Weird.
way that your artist does not want you to be. They are not
Yeah.
asking you for
Right.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
I dropped
Plus
It
one
is
of
you
my
don't
selfish.
chopsticks.
You are being selfish.
what? What did you
I dropped
say?
one of my chopsticks.
Oh.
Oh.
You gotta eat with your
Anyway, I'm
hands.
sorry.
Funk them chopsticks.
Um,
Eat
um,
with your
um.
hands. Nom nom nom
It's
nom
not
nom
intended.
nom.
Break
No,
that
I think
white
that is
that
I
white colonialism. Eat with your hands.
that's right. Ethiopian
Okay.
style. Get to it. I would say that though, Kelly, I do think that's super weird. I always think it's weird that fans always, not always, but these fans that are problematic find different ways to measure success that have nothing to do with
Yeah.
actually measuring
They don't.
success. Like I get it. Okay, if you take like the baseline metric, if you are, say you're an extra bit part on a show, right? You do get paid more money if words come out of your mouth.
True.
However,
True.
that's
True.
Western media. That's Western media. And we
Mm-hmm.
kind of know what that's about. But we still really don't know the intricacies of how people get paid in Western media. Why would you
Yeah.
then assume to know what is actually happening in other countries' media? Like, you ain't sat
Mm-hmm.
down and read no Thai contract. Last time I checked, you don't read Thai. So what is you
But they
talking about?
deserve. They deserve. They deserve to be there. I'm like, do they? We don't know that they actually do because we
And
don't
they
know the
have
metric that's
managers.
being measured for
Exactly.
that.
They have managers who are making sure they get what they need. How about that? And don't worry about
Yeah.
what you think they deserve or how much time you think that they should have on screen.
And
That's weird.
when they tell
I'm
you,
good. I'm good.
believe them. Stop trying to
Woo,
fight on their
okay.
behalf because they're asking you to stop.
Hey guys, what parts of the LOL Fest did we like? Because we is getting real.
We drank too much before this started.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Bourbon Derby, do a double. That's great. It's delicious.
I did a double.
It's good.
It's delicious.
You want me to start, right?
Y'all can't.
Yeah, we need you to start.
I just wanted to give the history. Now I'm gonna punt it to Anwi, and we're just gonna talk through some of our favorite moments and what we just loved about this LOL FanFest. Anwi, take it away.
Kelly was.
I'm gonna. Oops, darn it.
That's not right. Just let me do it.
No, there you go. So, okay. So this is. Oh shoot! I can't. See.
What's the first thing we're doing?
The first thing I added is just BounPrem. Just talking about BounPrem. I don't really have enough in this little footage that I showed. It doesn't show the sexy number that they did that much. I don't think. But that right there, that's what they came out on, right? The sexy number.
Yeah, they started with the sexy number.
Oh my god, it was so good.
They were sexy.
I enjoyed every minute of it, especially the watery parts. They were great.
I love with the sexy number and everything. So along the lines of what we were talking about, to like tie into the mentorship stuff, that is a double. I have not been drinking.
Hey.
I'm gonna do it, girl. So Off has been taking on different actors. Yes, and helping them. We're fine. They know who we are, and and encouraging them. Off actually got mad when everybody was like, "This is your doing," and he was like, "No, Prem. I'm just encouraging Prem to be himself. I'm not making him be somebody he's not." But Prem was talking about how because Prem was a lot in these performances. He was saying more comfortable. He's like, he intends to show us more of who he is, and we've only over the years gotten a curated version of him. And so a big thing of what Off does when he sees a person, he sees something in someone, and he's like, you will do better once you bring that part of you out. He's just encouraging them to feel safe to do that, and then it's up to them to define what that is. So Prem was even like, yeah, you're going to see more than this. This is just the beginning. When they with their performance and all the sexy time and everything. And I think Boun just has to hold on tight.
Yeah.
Because they're very Wabi Sabi, and what I've learned about how he trains up, Director New trains up those actors, they're very polite. They're very you know your place, you do your thing. They're very very prim and proper. According to the GMMTV people, Tay said, I feel like a caveman when you're around to Boun and Prem. Because Boun and Prem use the very polite language when they're talking to each other. They're just really respectful and really try to be upstanding, individuals. And so in doing that, I think Prem silenced a part of who he was to be that, that ideal. And so part of what Off was doing and mentoring him is to kind of peel back that layer, help him see who he is and do more of it. So that's why those performances were extra spicy and will be spicier probably in the future. Is what
I feel like that's a little glimpse into why everybody loves some Prem. I feel like everybody loves some Prem.
Oh, yes, they do.
Which is cow tongue.
It's always surprising to me because the few things that I've seen them in, Boun seems like the one that everybody would be like, oh,
he's a hottie
with that. Yeah. And whenever I hear people go Prem, I'm like, what's he doing? That's got to, but like you said, he's probably hidden some of that
behind the
from
scenes.
Us.
It's not happening in front of us.
Very respect. I think Cow Tongue really likes how he's so. Because if you're in GMM, the impression I'm given by Off is everyone just acts like a caveman. They're just all rah, 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 crazy, right? And then here comes this sophisticated young man who is like open. It's equivalent to a woman where they open the door for you. They're going to pay for the drinks. You know what I mean? They're like, "Are you okay? What do you need? How can I be here for you?" Like that kind of energy where Caltung is like,
which makes him
that is why First is pressed.
Oh. But it also makes him the perfect partner for Boun, right? Because we know that Boun has a lot of health issues, and he needs someone who's going to care for him and cater to him and look and be aware when he needs that help, right? And that's what we learned about this LOL Fest, that man performed his tail off and was sick the entire time, which we never would have known who's the one that said it on? I can't even remember who.
Prem.
Oh, Prem said it. Okay.
Because everyone was talking about Tata and Tata's in Santa. That boy does not actually like
Santa. Because Perth done controlled your mind. You got the Perth mind control. That's crazy.
Does not want us calling him Tata. He lets Perth do it because, they live together. I'm just kidding.
They're in a committed relationship. I'm sorry.
What? What? Oh, what? What were we talking
about? You said Prem was the one who said that Boun was sick.
Oh, Prem said that about Boun, because he wanted people to understand, like, Santa wasn't the only one pushing through. He had been sick from the first day, and then people did compilations to show you where Prem was like taking care of him. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I will say,
how backstage he had like things to help him breathe and all that. So he was very sick.
Very sick.
But I just recently saw someone ask him how he was doing now, and he's like feeling better. And they were like, "Did you go to the doctor?" He's like, "I don't like the doctor."
I said doctors are scary. I'm like, go to the freaking doctor, boo. Jesus.
I understand that feeling though.
So I looked it up again. Out of the 51 songs, Pond did 14 songs. Boun did 12.
Did a bunch. Yes.
He did 12.
He was in so many songs.
That's insane, you guys. He was sick.
Yes.
Did 14.
Yeah.
12,
but every time when they would do those group things, we'd be like, Boun again?
Yeah. Why is
like
he here?
Every time. I feel like quite a few of them were his idea. Those songs.
Yeah.
That's a thought too. Yeah.
People were so nervous when I'm so over this whole GMMTV is hell and the worst place on earth. It's so dumb. All these companies provide whatever they need for the people who want to be there. They wouldn't go to those companies if the companies didn't have what they were looking for. They signed contracts. It's not like they were like tortured and sent there, right? And when we found out that a lot of and so here's the thing, right? When we found out a lot of Wabi Sabi was going to GMM, Wabi Sabi is the gayest place on earth. Let's just be real.
Really? Almost people would fight with you. They would say DMD.
This was before DMD became what it is now.
Yeah.
DMD was not always this. And I need people to understand that.
Yes.
Early days DMD was not like this at all. And so, but Wabi Sabi was always a safe haven for and I'm not saying this to be shady, actually out queer people. There are not a ton of out queer people in the business. They were most of them were at Wabi Sabi. So even though we, use our context clues about the DMD people, they're not actually out. It is very different when you are out. And so that is what Wabi Sabi was for a lot of people. And Director Nu was kind of just like collecting everyone, right? BounPrem, Santa, Yacht, Sammy. I'm missing people. Those people all came together to GMM, and everyone freaked out because they were like, GMM is homophobic, misogynistic, the worst place on earth. What will all these, people in a queer facing community do? And they were also overjoyed to be there. And every single one of them have thrived there.
Yeah, they flourish.
And they are so very
yes.
thankful to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Boun, that's
cool.
one of the things. Boun had all of these dreams,
yeah.
and he said, "LOL fans, FanFest." Because, excuse me, I'm sorry. I think it was at Impact Arena. I
think it was. Yeah,
his dream has always been to perform at Impact, and so by coming to GMM and they are treated with respect because of their longevity. It's not like they started from ground zero when they went to GMM. They're treated like the legends that they are. They got into LOL Fans Fest, and he's like, I never thought there was going to be a day when I would be in Impact Arena. And coming to GMM and LOL Fest gave him those opportunities. So I'm happy for them. That they made those decisions.
Mm-hmm. I would say too. I think when people are upset about the GMMTV, like the way that they do business, I would liken it to somebody who is on like a regular series, right? Or like a soap opera. That's a check is always coming. Why would you begrudge them a check they know is always coming? That part, right? Soap opera, you could talk bad about those folks. Hey, part of my internal makeup is General Hospital, One Life to Live,
Our lives,
and Days of Our Lives. Yeah, that is part of the intrinsic makeup of who I am, and I know from today, from the interviews and stuff they've done, those people made checks. They fed their families. They had regular lives. That was not a, oh my God, am I going to eat next week kind of thing. Right. And that's what you should not be begrudging these folks. Because whether project or no project, I do feel like in a GMMTV framework, they're going to eat.
They get paid. I don't think people understand. They're regular basis. It's not as if they're not working, they don't make money. That's part of the reason you go corporate. I'm going to be real. Let's be fully honest. I am in a corporate position now that I wasn't in before. I was always in smaller situations. There is a risk in corporate because they could just be like, get rid of all these people. That risk lies there, right? But I know that paycheck is coming in a way that I didn't in those small businesses that were struggling, And I am sorry, DMD is a small business. It's doing great right now, but it's not promised tomorrow, right? That it does not have years behind its belt of sustainability. And if you're a pond who is the breadwinner of your family, you're going where the sustainability exists. And that has nothing to do with your sexuality. It had everything to do with, how do I take care of my family? How do I put food on the table?
And don't you just want people to be happy in situations? He's so happy with when he's with Phuwin. Okay, all right, let's move on. Next.
Sorry, I don't know what's next, but we're gonna move there. We're gonna move to the next. Oh,
JoongDunk. JoongDunk. But y'all gotta shut up. I said I don't know where we're going, but y'all gotta be quiet.
I don't remember the name of that song, but the song where they did all the
pray.
I really enjoyed it. What, Nikki? You know the name of it? Oh,
I had it.
It's the one that June chose.
Hold on. JoongDunk.
I had it. I can't.
Oh wait, that was the kiss right now that just happened on screen. But
the kiss was amazing.
The kiss was I didn't really get it the first time I watched it, that he was lying that the people in the audience were kissing, that he was just trying to get Dunk to look so he could turn to him and kiss him, and then Dunk kissed him too. I didn't realize that was like a setup.
The thing I love about the kiss situation is, if you've followed them for a long time, June would do like a normal kiss and Dunk would always turn his head. So he's been trying to make this accidental, on purpose kiss happen for years. And the fact that he finally landed one at LOL Fest is amazing. Guys, that was not a setup. June was thoroughly like, no, you didn't. And Dunk was like, finally, I made it work. He's been trying to time it right.
So is it The Purses song or Iron Boy
Yeah.
song?
Wait.
It's a Kitty Swag. Kitty Swag.
No, not Kitty Swag.
There's a pray
That
you
was
song, PR something. What's that
the
song
first
called?
one they did. The Kitty Swag, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then
not
it's
that I'm
Iron
against the
Boy.
Kitty Swag.
It's number 10. It's Iron Boy is what it's called, unless it's Big ASS. But they did that with JossGawin. I don't know. It's written in
You're
Thai.
right. It's fine. It doesn't
on
matter.
The thing
You're
I
right.
have.
All I know is I was impressed. Well, I mean, I love to watch June dance anywhere, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very impressed with Dunk's dancing on that particular number. That first
I was
number.
so proud of him.
Yeah.
Because we saw him at their fan meet and he did good. We saw it was like this progression, right? Of what was the first time?
That's Kitty Swag right there.
I think LOL FanFest where I was
that
last year.
Yeah.
And I told you guys, I was like, whoa, June picked a very, very difficult choreo. And I felt like
and Dunk did. He struggled, but he did his thing.
He did it, but it was to me, I felt the labor in what he was doing.
Right.
Then we got to the FanFest, which he did his
amazing.
His fan con. He did exponentially better. People were weird about it, whatever. But he did a much better job. And then now we're at FanFest where he was he is not a dancer. So for him to be able to do what he's doing is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The name of the song is Party Nari.
Yes,
it was a P.
By Iron Boy.
Yeah. That song right there. They killed that song. Right
That's there. What I'm good for, people. I'm good for that. I'm gonna find you the name of that song.
I haven't been able to watch all of their back and forth banter, but I will tell you they were viral. They went viral on Thai Twitter, and Thai people were like, "Give them a talk show." Thai people were so enamored with their back and forth. They were like, they should have their own talk show.
They're so fun.
That daddy joke was a lot.
He tried for so long to get this to work.
Not get it.
June didn't know because the English isn't his first language. So he was like, I don't know what you're trying to make me do. And then when he finally did it, it was not as satisfying.
It's like, he finally got it.
And Doug was like, I've been trying so hard to do this.
I do think that is a smart decision if they do decide to give them a talk show or something. I'm thinking about when we went to see Heart Killers, the fan meet, and how amazing the two of them were. Dunk in particular was just like, he was like, let me control this room. And we were like, control us. Great. You're the best. So, I think they would be
Thai people
good at that.
And I think I was excited about it because their fandom is more international than Thai. And it has only been in this year that they have picked up more Thai audience, which is really funny because everybody kind of puts down that series. Because it wasn't what we
I was giggling about it. But I was like,
at the same time, even though the series wasn't what we wanted it to be, and this is where fandom gets stuck in their fandom space and they can't see the forest for the trees. This series was what picked up the Thai audience.
Wow. That's so funny. They were like, put it on Netflix.
They did not have this many Thai people paying attention before. So sometimes you got to get out of your own way.
And it
wasn't what you thought you wanted it to be. It still did really well.
It did really well. Whenever I looked at the numbers, I was like, huh?
I think it did really well for them. Yes. Yeah. I think that series never failed for JoongDunk. JoongDunk did what it needed to do. It failed in the storyline. Part. That's what failed us at the end of the day. So
I think fandom is so stuck in this love of persecution. It powers them. And I'm just like, sometimes you got to step outside of that and see the opportunity that's there. They just don't think. They think they're helping their faves by complaining, and they still to this day complain. They deserve better. They better have better for this. And I'm like, yeah. But also, they didn't have a Thai fandom like they do now.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Didn't have an issue.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Also, I was gonna say, like, when they were complaining about GMMTV doesn't support them enough, if they didn't have that many fans in Thailand, they're gonna push their support more to the people who had more Thai fans. It's
100%.
not us that they care about as much.
No.
You know?
I think that there is a difficulty with international people of understanding we are not the center of the universe. And exactly what you said, Ami, the actors that have Thai support are going to be pushed more in Thailand.
Yes.
Now they're trying to find ways for the international support to happen. This is the part where I think they disconnected. Not all of those actors got tours across multiple countries, but JoongDunk and First Cow did.
They did.
And
yeah.
You have to understand that is their Impact Arena FanCon. That's the equivalency, because somebody who's getting that Impact Arena FanCon isn't necessarily getting a world tour.
Right.
Like, it's
that
not
part.
The same.
Right.
So it makes me think of the chat is really interesting, but also it makes me think of my love of Jess Bible. I'm just gonna and part of it makes me think of that because it is so hard to love Jess Bible. It's easy because I can access his stuff. He makes it accessible because he is so internationally based, I think, in the way that he interacts with fandom. And like because of Kim Porsche, he has been pushed to an international fandom. But Jess, for example, I love him down. I try to go like interact with his stuff online. There are no English translations for none of that. Because he's like, I'm Thai. He's like, I'm Thai. And that's cute that you're here. But hey, I'm Thai. And I'm like, but I want to read what you said. So I'm just, putting that out there as part of it.
I agree with you. Part of the reason I don't think people also realize that from some of these Channel 3 and like really Thai famous people, part of the reason they're entering into BL is because Thai dramas do not have an international presence.
No, not at all.
And so if they are seeing these BL actors get recognition internationally, and if that's important to them, it's not important to everyone, right? Someone who's sitting at the top in Thailand is like, I got what I need. But some of them who are intrigued by it, excited about the idea. And then also Tang was telling me, even the fan-based structure that we see in BL does not exist.
It doesn't exist in
these other,
because
these
did
straight
that.
actors.
Yeah, they made that like off of the backs of the other stuff. Y'all ain't looking at the chat. Nobody.
What's happening?
Oh, I can't see it though, Nikki. Every time you say that, I can't see the chat. Oh, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot. We're gonna take a break, guys. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Next up, JimmySea.
JimmySea.
Oh, that's a TikTok right there. We be all these boys. Okay, first of all, oh my God, y'all, no more looking for y'all. I can't stop. Ooh, Lord help us. Anyway,
no,
wait,
go off. Tell us what.
It's fitting song though, cause it's bootylicious.
It is bootylicious. The JimmySea was bootylicious. We just gonna say
that made Jimmy can't hide his booty ever again. The way I seen edits just of Jimmy's booty.
There you go, right there. The booty.
But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the.
Shut up.
So what is this? What is this called? It's like it's not. Is aerials are like
it is
silk.
Aerials.
Yeah, it's an aerials. It's aerials. Okay, I was thinking of silks, and I was like, oh wait, is it not called that? But yeah, it's aerials, right? I think it's amazing. It's amazing.
Any type of aerial performance always when Fort did it, when Gachi did it, right?
Goji, yes, she did.
Goji,
she did. Yeah,
he did it.
Their concert.
The Super
Fourth
will always be my first love of it.
Fourth did it.
Fourth did it.
Yes, he was insane.
It was their fan
beyond.
con or something. It was crazy.
I don't know, but Fourth did it.
He did it
because we
It
were
was
all in shock.
crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
Fourth
think
was
I saw
beyond.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, we'll
you
have to
should look
hip you
up
to
Fourth
that. You
and
should look that
Silks.
up.
It was
Yeah,
real
he
hard
did
what he
Silks,
did. He
and it
didn't have
was
anything.
crazy.
He just had the Silks.
I was thinking
That's
of
it.
Fort on his birthday performance.
Yes, because Fort
Yes, Fort
does it. He's done that multiple years, right, Kelly?
He did the silk.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He did it with a partner this year.
But Fourth has done it in the past.
Crazy
to see that.
Just him, not him and Gemini, just him.
Just him.
Crazy.
It was crazy. He is strong.
And that's what I was gonna say. The thing that kills me about this aerial performance is oh my god, the core strength.
Look at that
for both of them. But because Jimmy is in red, right? With C, it's like, I don't know. My brain kind of expects it, but with Jimmy, I'm like, oh, he's a doctor. He's older. He'll be all right. But the fact that he's in red, the part where they are just like hanging from the star and fully like jackknifed.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
So
go ahead.
Well, this clip that I put together, it shows them practicing, and Jimmy in the practicing, he's like a beast.
It was his idea. So he, in his thank yous, he thanked C for trusting him and going along with this. This was what Jimmy wanted to do.
If I was C, I'd be like, no, thank you, kick rocks. But
and the other piece of this that I don't think people understand who are not like dancers or don't do choreo, it's not just that they were so strong. It's not just that they did it so well. Is they were connected the entire time.
Yes.
And their synchronicity within this, that is hard, you guys. I cannot explain to you how freaking hard it is to be on the same timing as the person next to you. And it was so calm and so fluid and so effortless. Beautiful. It's crazy. It was crazy. They're beyond. They're crazy.
And it's like, the same timing with the person next to you in the air, hanging from something. That part.
All the other people that we mentioned, they were solo. They were doing it by themselves.
So exactly
doing it.
Crazy. Connecting your timing with another person. And even Fort, he was with somebody who was a professional, right? So if you're a professional, you know how to cheat it to make it look like you guys are
adjust what you need to adjust, right?
Those two were baby performers, and they were perfectly synced. I'm obsessed with whoever trained them. I'm obsessed with the choreo. I'm obsessed with them.
When I was watching the behind the scenes of them practicing, and when they were doing like they were doing some arm exercises. Even the trainer, she was looking at Jimmy like, because C was doing what he needed to do, and then Jimmy was like, and she was like, "What the hell?" Like that.
Jimmy was in beast mode. He was like so, and I saw, I made a video about some of the online discourse around this, and it's just a reminder that we are theater people. We are theater nerds. We are people who love performance in every style and in every way. And I had to keep reminding myself that some of these are just like kiddos who are looking for something, right? They
want
something easily digestible, something that makes sense to them. And they don't know what to do with it. Like, it's clear Jimmy earnestly wanted to master a skill, which makes sense because he's a doctor. So he didn't want to just dance to the latest popular song. Also, when the last time he did that, which was a K-pop song, y'all were rude to him. So he
mad rude.
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
I won't do that. I won't do something stereotypical. I will learn a very difficult skill, and I will portray that. And then all these same people who were like dicks to him were like, "Oh, that's cringe." I don't like it.
Wait, what?
Say it again.
They called it cringe, Anwi.
They did.
I made a very upset video about this because I was like,
why, Anwi?
Go ahead.
Why?
Because haters are going to hate, girl. Haters are going to hate.
I came across a video with hundreds of thousands of views. At the time I found it was like 48,000 likes. And it was basically a sped up version of this performance. And in the like text across it, it was called "What are you doing up in the air?" And they called it cringe. Jimmy, you're a doctor. Why are you in the air? And
I don't
all of the
understand
comments and
that.
there was a point where I think the creator of it, I honestly do not think this person intended for their video to become a hate video. So like I think they were honestly just like thrown by it because
they were concerned. They were like,
yes.
please get out of the air. You're scaring me.
Right. That's dangerous. What are you doing? But it turned into a hate video. And I also just don't think people respect the work that it takes to do something like this. They're just like, that's weird. That doesn't fit my idea of who you are. That's weird. I'm uncomfortable.
But I'm trying to figure out why it's weird, though. What makes it weird?
People are not socialized in the arts. I really think that's a big part of it.
That's part of it. I think part of it might be a little bit of Jimmy hate too, because I feel like some of the same people who thought that was weird were the same people who were giving him beef about being a doctor when Santa was in that chair and he went to go check with the medical professionals. So I think the hate is hating. They're just like,
why
let me
is Jimmy
find something.
In? I was like, he's not
he's a doctor.
He's a doctor, you weirdo.
And he's his friend. And you know, being a dermatologist doesn't mean you don't learn the basic doctoring skills. You have to have that as a prerequisite, right? Dermatology is a specialist part of that. You got to be a baseline doctor to get to that part. Anyway,
one of my solace now is when I see hater stuff, I think, oh, you're showing your ignorance. That's how I kind of combat it. So I'm like, oh, you don't, oh, sweetie, you don't know what you're talking about.
You little dumb baby. You dumb baby.
How old are you? I don't know. It's okay.
All right, we need to move to the next one.
Okay, we're gonna move to the next one, which is
we've been dragging
PerthSanta.
Oh my God! I honestly, you're gonna have to work us off of this one because I could stay on this all day.
Okay.
What's your stuff?
Wait,
go.
Stop playing.
Go on. We go.
Oh, I mean, this song in particular.
That song in particular.
So can I tell you the backstory?
Yes. Tell the backstory, Kelly.
Because they did an LOL. They did a GMMTV live, whatever that show's called, and they talked about it. So this was Perth's idea. The song is a very popular song. The song is about I wasn't 100% right when I told you guys when we were watching it. That's what I had heard at that time, but specifically Wendy did a deeper dive, and they could not find the explanation that I gave. So according to Wendy, it was still about two people who were in love but not destined to be together, and one of them passes away and the other one like wants to be with them in the next life. And it's in Kimjira, it's in a lot of songs. Like there are so many covers of this particular song. So Perth, this concept, which good again, GMMTV leaning into the concept of its actor and bringing it to life, it's a big deal. Perth said he's been doing Scarlet Heart, which there is a storyline similar to that, but it's a straight one of like two people who want to be together but can't, and they die. And so he was like, I want to do a queer version of this. I want it to be two kingdoms, and these two people, like princes or whatever from these two kingdoms, fall in love, but they know they can never be together because they're from warring kingdoms. And it made me think of Love in the Moonlight, because they are then killed, but they are in their death. They know, because they've made these promises to each other, that they will be destined to get together in the next life. So we are watching them walk towards their death march. But the song is drenched in this complete compassion and love for each other, because they're like, doesn't matter. This is going to happen. It does not matter. We will be together in the next life because our love is bigger than this moment. It's quite beautiful. And that was Perth's
Crazy.
idea.
So beautiful. And it made me cry. And
Oh.
then this happened.
Oh Lord.
Where
Poor
son
baby.
injured. And I really truly believe that baby was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because
Yeah.
this is what I
Yeah.
do. Dance.
The
This is what I do. And I am hurt really badly right now.
the
And he had
emotions were emotional. Yes.
we were genuine.
Yeah.
He was scared. And
So this is
everybody, go ahead.
this is the day we watched. So this is the
Yeah.
day
It
that
is.
we had live streamed. And I when this happened, I know all of us to a person were like, what is happening? And at
Yes.
some point, because he was so emotional, my thought process was, okay, why is
baby
he
off
out?
the stage.
Why is this baby out here still? Like, we need to take this baby off stage because y'all are letting him have
Yeah.
free fall emotions in front of everybody, like in the in the arena, online, and obviously he is not in a positive place. You need
No.
to have him go handle what he needs to handle backstage. But I mean, it turned out to be good ultimately in the end, because I feel like they got him to the next level. And
Yeah,
then the
they
next
helped him through
day,
it.
Yeah.
yes, they helped him through it. And I'm glad that all of them were there for him. But I mean, just to give you guys an idea of how that happened for folks who didn't see it in real time, he left, he was missing. They went to do the mints, right? To talk. And Perth was like, I'm gonna wait for him to come out, so skip me. And then when they got to Perth and he actually came out, nobody on that stage knew
No
the
one knew.
extent of what his issue and his injury was. And when he came out in that wheelchair, that was a shock and awe to everybody on that stage,
Yeah.
because they were like, oh, Perth, ha 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 ha, what's happening? That's where you get Jimmy going into doctor mode, and that's where you get instantly like Junior finding tissues, because to them all being shocked and awed about him coming out and being injured, you also have him coming out and just being devastated. Like devastated in that wheelchair. And that was the part where I was like, maybe this is not for us to intake. Like part of me was like,
My
yeah.
guess is they didn't know
They
the
didn't
extent of
know.
how devastated he was. I am sure
Emotionally, yes.
just
Yeah.
watching Santa, he was like, yeah, no, I want to go out. He probably insisted on that happening.
He did,
right?
probably. I agree.
That's just
Yeah.
who he is. He is very much of an old, and I'm sure he got it from K-pop, right? But I told the story of how Nolt used to tell it. Did Nolt ever tell you guys the story of when he got sick and he still performed? And it happens, you guys. It was ingrained in me.
Nolt is our old chorus teacher, by the way, guys.
Yeah. And so we had a big chorus concert, and it was ingrained. I was sick. I don't know if I had the flu or what. I was insanely ill. And I was like, I literally reached back in my mind to that story. And I was like, the show must go on. This was a high school performance. It would have been fine if I wasn't on stage. Right. But I got on that stage and I would perform, and then I'd run out to the bathroom and throw up. But I tried to control it so that and then I would get back on stage, change clothes, perform, run out to the bathroom and throw up. And I told no one. I was like, if I tell someone, they'll make me stop. So I didn't tell anyone what was going on. That is the mentality
that was
had rolling
very much the mindset. And when he rolled out on that stage and he uncontrollably started crying, that was because he knew in his mind, I let everybody down. I let all of y'all down. I let myself down. This is
He's like, we have another day of this.
Mm-hmm.
We have another day of this, and I can't do anything I'm supposed to do. And then probably the looks on everyone's face when they saw how hurt he was impacted him even more.
Yeah.
And they are all just wanting to comfort him.
Mm-hmm.
They're all super concerned about him, and not that you're going to mess up our next day of performance.
Are you okay? That was your brother at the pre-wedding stuff for Nikki. Because I had gotten it all together. Nicole talked to my nurse, and she had made a deal with my nurse so that I could go leave the house and be part of stuff. And I went to where we were setting up, and I was like, I'm going to help set up, but I couldn't like move. And I had no concept of what I looked like or what, was different in my mind. I'd only been with Ennui, and your brother walked in and began weeping uncontrollably. And I was like,
so just to give you guys context, like when I got married, Kelly had just had like very major surgery. Major surgery. And it was not planned, and she was adamant that this was still the show must go on. I need to be a part of this wedding. And so I didn't want to poo-poo on her, whatever, she had going on emotionally, like, and mentally. And so I was like, if we can do it, let's do it. And Ami was very, assisted as well, because you were caretaking at that moment.
Yeah, you took care of me. I was living with you.
Yeah. And so, Wesley, our brother, was not there. And so to walk in and see his little sister, like, incapacitated was not the jam for him. He was like, oh, no.
I had lost an insane amount of weight very quickly.
Yeah.
And I could not even stand and walk without assistance.
Right.
And so he just started weeping, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought I was doing all right. I might not be okay.
Right. So that's probably exactly the way Santa felt when he came when they rolled him out there, and then he saw those faces.
Yeah.
Seeing him being rolled out there.
Because they were jovial until he appeared in a wheelchair, and then they were all like, ha 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 ha, oh, what's going on?
He is the baby. If you look at LOL that stage, he's the baby of that stage. Even though William is quite young, he's still not babied in the way that Santa is.
That's true, because he's in Lycan, and they see him as more of a seasoned professional in that way. Yeah. He's the leader.
Jasper baby Santa, and I personally feel like Santa's down for that.
I do too,
because he be back, act like he's so mad about it half the time.
It depends on it's how they baby him. That's part
exactly. If you watch Santa in those practices and stuff, he cuddles up to them. They take care of when they do like their shows, they're always like, here, they give him food and stuff and feed him and stuff. He eats that stuff up.
He just wants them to put whiskers on him, basically.
Cat whiskers.
Yeah, don't do that cat whiskers on him. He'll be fine. He is not Jung Ho. He is not Jung Ho from ATEEZ. Because Jung Ho from ATEEZ is like, I'm an old man and y'all not going to talk to me any kind of way. Or Santa's like, talk to me any kind of way. Just don't put them stupid cat whiskers on me and everything.
He said, don't put a bow on me. Don't put cat ears on me. But do feed me water and food and treat me like a princess.
And they do take care of that baby.
They really do. He is baby boy.
And we see that in the the last day of the concert. Look at that line of people in their work. They were loving that baby.
That and then seeing their faces fall in real time was really crazy to watch. Yes. That was crazy to watch.
It was also interesting because we had never seen Perth in action in that way.
That was also great.
But then for Phuwin to say, I have never seen him like that.
Yeah.
And then today, Perth, like the reporter said, your friends say they never seen him like that. And Perth said, he's like, I am that, but I don't typically show them. He's like, I didn't want everyone to see. He's like, that is how I feel inside about all of them, but I don't particularly show it in this way.
Because to be clear, when Santa came out, Perth was with him. And the minute Santa started crying, Perth was like, hey, what's going on? Like, it was all smiles, like completely smiles. And it was just all encouraging. You could tell it was all encouraging words because he needed him to get past that, to get to the other side. And I mean, it all turned out great because that's such a temporary thing that's happening with him. And he was able to be
but it also so when DMD just had their last concert and we got to hear a lot of them talk about Demundi people talk about how comfortable and safe they felt there and being the people that they are. I feel like this was the moment we got to see how much love and care these folks have for
Yes.
and how they
Agreed.
take care of each other. We get to see that, as we've been saying, that people are drawn to the companies where they feel the most safe and the most comfortable. Some people got to just take a job where they can take a job. But I think for the most part, people are going where they feel comfortable and where they feel safe. And we got to watch that on that stage in real time. Those boys all taking care of their coworker, their friend in a very real way. They very much felt that.
I feel privileged, aren't we, that we got to enter this space at the time that we did, because we get to see some of that. Whereas I'm sure Kelly and, cohort didn't get to see that in the past.
It was not all, and I think that's kind of hard for me when like new talking heads take in the space and they have all of these things and they pontificate about this and that. And I'm like, but you don't, even if you do your research, which I think a lot of them do, being in it prior to this, you don't understand what a big deal a lot of this is. And you cannot measure these companies by the same metric. The growth of GMM and the growth of Demundi, which have both grown separately in their own specific ways, are not comparable,
measurable,
It's
in that way.
very different because their beginnings were so drastically different.
And I feel like
both really exciting to see in real time.
I feel like personally, we came into it together, even though you were lagging. You lagged me by, Kelly, what do you want to say? Like a couple months, 3 months?
Maybe.
But I still feel like we came in at the same time. I had just watched demonstratively a few things more than you had.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then I caught up real fast.
You did. You were like, the minute we came home from down off road, and you were like locked in. Let me do
what
this.
Can I see next?
What's next?
I don't have any more videos, but I wanted to talk about cool. I wanted to talk about the BTS. That they
Run.
did.
Screw the haters of that. I'm just saying that up front. Screw them. There are people that show that they do not actually know about music. To say that Jung was only screaming, oh yeah, we can put it back to this.
Yeah.
To critique Jung in the way that I've seen people critique Jung, and anybody who is musically inclined does not have that critique, you do not know what you were talking about.
Right.
Does he not sounding specifically like Jimin, exactly like Jimin, does not mean he can't sing. And to say all Jung does is scream is wild, because y'all need to understand Jung has the most controlled voice out of almost all of GMM.
So let's be clear. June is a student of 90s R&B, in my opinion. And if you're going to be a student of that, then you got to know where the hoots and the hollers go. And he knows where else is supposed to go.
And to be fair, there are moments when he hollers a little bit too much.
Too much hoot. Not too much holla holla.
If we are critiquing this very moment, this BTS moment, that man was singing the house down. And
that's right. And it was
go somewhere with that.
So it was Gemini, June, Santa, Pond, and Phuwin.
Phuwin, yeah.
My
favorite, I have to say, my favorite part of all of it was that gritty, grimy sound that Santa made at the beginning of that. Oh my God, it was so awesome. But yeah, all of it. What happened to our sister? Anyway, but all of it,
oh no,
the dancing. You know what really shocked me in it? That Phuwin was a part of that experience.
That part shocks me as well.
I was like,
because let's be clear, I don't see my. Okay, so my image of Phuwin is good songs, solo efforts, amazing. I like what he does. Not a dancer, number one, and I don't see him as a person who would cover BTS in general. Like,
I don't see
because that doesn't seem like his vibe. But I like that he got on board and was like, "What we doing?"
He
Oh,
did
we
it.
doing this? Let's
did
do
great.
this then. Yes, he did an excellent job.
He's not a K-pop boy band person, right? He is a musician.
I don't think he should be though. Yeah, yeah, 100%. He shouldn't be.
He's a singer-songwriter. That's his vibe.
Yes.
I don't think Gemini is either.
Nope.
No,
who picked this song?
They both aren't.
Gemini picked this song.
What?
Gemini picked this song.
That is very shocking to me.
Gemini picked this song.
Gemini is like an old soul.
Is, but I think Gemini will be whatever he wants to be in the moment. I feel like Gemini is more expansive in what he's willing to try and do. I do, and when you talk about Phuwin, the other piece that I keep trying to drive home that people don't understand, because they're like, actors should act, singers should sing. A lot of these actors you are seeing right now are musicians. Phuwin is a musician. Gemini is a musician. Ford is a musician. Like a lot of these guys you see who came in with a lot under their belt. Pond was a musician. Like, I still remember when like Phuwin gave Pond a bass for his birthday, and I saw so many people being like, "Oh, that's sweet. He'll learn to use it." He's been playing bass since he was a child. Since he was a child, he does not need to learn to use it. He is a bassist. Like he has the skill.
You know who Phuwin is to me? Phuwin is like Frank Sinatra. That's what I see when I see.
I don't know
because he's such an old. He's so young, but he's an old man to me. So I
don't think he sees himself as that, but I get why you say that.
Yeah, yeah. And Gemini, I feel like Gemini could fall into that school too.
So this might be,
although he's really good as an 80s rocker or whatever. Gemini.
This wasn't not musically how he is, but he reminded me of a Prince only because he can play everything.
Ooh,
he is
Gemini?
a virtuoso. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gemini's a little savant. And I said this when he came out, when he was first started, I was like, that baby is a little savant. And people didn't hear me or they didn't understand, but I'm like, no, he's playing every instrument pretty proficiently. I don't think you understand the level. He's like so skilled that it feels silly, like he's not trying.
And not even just musically. That boy dances like his body just has to do.
He just absorbed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, you want me to dance? Zoop. Okay, I dance now.
I don't know what it is, the dance practice or whatever that they have, the video that they have out right now, but he moves like Michael in that. That's what like younger Michael Jackson. That's what I feel when I'm watching him in that.
What I find exciting as a dancer about how Phuwin Fourth and
Dunk
Gemini move specifically.
Oh, Phuwin?
Because not all three of those did not come into this intending to dance. None of those are. Pond is a dancer. Jung is a dancer. Santa's a dancer.
They leveled up. Yeah.
These were not dancers, right? This was just required of them to go along with their music they were making. But what I think I think it has to be a GMMTV thing, but it's also a personal thing. As dancers, if you are very practiced and learned, that kind of intention is put into everything you do, and you aspire to be the person who just moves, that you can move freely and without care, and there is no fear of getting it wrong or moving the wrong way. Or Phuwin is the most shocking to me of this, but that's the first thing I tracked with Gemini. It's Fourth. The reason Fourth can do 90% of what he does is because he does not get in his own way. He moves in a way where he is not afraid that movement is wrong or he will be judged by it. And so he can push past barriers that a lot of trained dancers struggle with, because they are looking at themselves and where their body is and what their body's doing, and they're trying to look like something, where he does not know what to look like. He is just dancing. Gemini is just dancing. Phuwin is just Phuwin. Phuwin is a dancer, y'all. And I don't know that Phuwin knows that.
So that was the other one of the other fun performances for me, the one where they were drinking. He and Pond were drinking.
So
that performance where they're taking shots and stuff, that performance Because that was just free movement and just silliness, and they owned that stage, and it was just crazy and amazing. And then Nikki, you wanted to talk about where the one where Gemini had that wig on. That was another one where it was just fun.
Before you
The
jump to
Thai
that, though,
boy.
one of my favorite
Yeah.
things from that performance on We
The
was
PondPhuwin
online.
one?
Somebody was calling Pond silly or something like that, or I didn't know Pond could be this silly or something like that. And Pond said, "You all have seen who I really am, and you are okay with it. So there's no need for me to pretend anymore." And he's like, "I get to just do this now." So those performances and the silliness and the vibrancy, he's like,
That's him.
I am goofy. You all said you were okay with it, so I'm not going to pretend to not. Because you notice they didn't do any like brooding, sexy, blah 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 kind of
Right.
songs.
Both of their performances were fun. Yeah.
Well, I will say my two things that I really enjoyed the most. The Bangkok boy was that it's Joke Ice Cream featuring Bangkok Boy, but that performance is just over the top and it's hilarious, and it's very it's very specifically some of the Gemini stuff that's happening that is really great. But I wanted to go back to what you were talking about, Kelly, about Gemini being kind of uh playing all the instruments and everything. And I wanted to kind of I wanted to highlight all of the performances like JossGawin, first Countdown, of everybody playing an instrument, making it very intentional that we're going to play instruments today. We're going to play instruments. We're going to sing a song. We're going to do that together. We're going to have you watch us do that together and see how good we are at doing that, right? I think from the start, what we got magically was some JoongDunk like bathroom stuff happening on TikTok.
Yes.
That's a lot of that. There was a lot of that. There was a lot of hooting and hollering in that bathroom.
Hooting and hollering.
Yes, bathrooms make you sound very nice, so you wouldn't want to go in there and do your thing. But I will say, I thought that I just wanted to point out JossGawin and the keyboard guitar of it all. It was
moment.
adorable.
Did you guys see the moment?
It was very cute and it was very intentional, and it was, you could tell they worked hard at that. Josh in particular worked hard at that.
Josh had to learn keyboard to do that. The moment I'm talking about is there's a moment where he's doing his little ching, 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 like tink, tink, tink. I'm doing the chords, and Gawin is facing the audience and playing his song,
and he's staring at him.
He totally turned completely back to the audience to sing to Joss, and you just see Joss fully just be like doop 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 doop. Like he is like undone with the fact that that Gawin is singing at him. And I'm honestly undone because that is outside of Gawin's comfort zone to initiate something like that. Typically those kind of moments are orchestrated by Joss. And so for Gawin to it shows me that he's getting more comfort on stage and more trust in Joss. And understand and the fact that he cannot pretend like he doesn't know that Joss is going to turn to Jello if he turns around. Because it wasn't every night I think it was the third night that he did that. Yeah, it was the third night.
And let me just say, you guys, I would not have clocked that in the past, but Only Friends Dream On has hit me to the JossGawin of it all, and I can't get out of there. So I'm just staring at it. I'm watching it happen.
And all my friends who weren't there, I was there for Golden Blood. I'm going to admit it. I was down bad for them in Golden Blood. But I understood that not everybody was there. 90% of my friends are there.
We're all there. We're there.
Yeah.
They're all like, well, all right.
It's an okay place to be. I don't begrudge it. Hey, that man is
trailer for their new show looks freaking amazing.
Hey.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Time loop.
I want to talk about, I don't have any footage from this, but JuniorMark. Just JuniorMark.
JuniorMark.
So my
big question about JuniorMark. So Gemini 4th had targets. They went they kept saying person, or they kept saying PondPhuwin or boyfriends. That's been their target for a long time, right? PerthSanta, Santa easy
and they
target.
do it to PondPhuwin too.
It's such an easy target. They're an easy target too.
JuniorMark, this is the first. I didn't conceptually understand this because this is LOL FanFest. This is their first one. This is their first time working with a lot of these people. Because I think it was Mix who was saying, you guys don't understand. We don't get to be together like this often, which is another reason why I'm like, stop trying to kick people out of that show. It's really important to them to be together. What did JuniorMark do? They have no time with Gemini 4th, but collectively, 4th walked on stage just randomly and yet yelled, JuniorMark or boyfriends? And Mark said, okay. He didn't get upset. He didn't fuss at him. They were yelling it throughout the city. They would do PerthSanta, JoongDunk, PondPhuwin. How did JuniorMark? Because those people make sense, right? Those are people in their circle. Those are their friend group. How did, of all of those guys on stage, what did JuniorMark do? I'm dying to know.
I want to know too.
All I know is the image of them singing to each other in the rain, like emotionally, like they were just like in the rain. Oh my god! And the fact that their baby was on the umbrellas, their baby's face was on the umbrellas.
Can I just say now, we haven't gotten to the things that make us happy yet, but can I just say now, if the next talker is not Jumo, I'm gonna have some issues.
Oh, Jumo.
Because I need him to put some words and have a voice behind all of that he is doing.
Because he's going to be his daddy. He's going to be Junior
100%. He's going to be Junior 100%.
I think he's going to be Junior, but he will always take Mark's side.
That's literally it. That is literally what his trajectory
is. He's going to be Junior and take care of Mark the way Junior does.
There you go.
What's gonna happen?
I need my Jumo baby to have some talking skills, and I need it to be, I need it to be appropriate. I'm gonna see
another performance that I really enjoyed for Sexy Time, EarthMix.
They change it every night.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't know a lot of EarthMix. I mean, I watched Tales 1,000
You watched Moonlight Chicken?
I did watch Moonlight Chicken too. But in both of those, they got sexy, but they didn't get sexy. And then we did Only Friends Dream On. And I was like, oh, y'all doing it on stairs and things. And that was beautiful. That was beautiful. And then they got on the stage and they was like, remember how we did it on the stairs and things?
Here you go.
So all of those.
Just want to remind you, we do it on stairs and things. Okay.
The ending changed each night. Mix never knew what it was going to be.
Mix never knew.
Earth in his thank yous thanked Mix for allowing him to improvise and going along.
I need to see the other nights, man. I need to see.
And Mix was like, I didn't know what you were doing, and he's like, yeah, it's because Earth was like, it's more fun, right? If you so those ending things each night was just Earth's imagination and Mix going along.
My goodness.
So now you know.
I hear what I would say is I feel like when it's Earth and Mix, right? It doesn't matter what their naming positions is. I always feel like Mix has the upper hand in that relationship. And for you to say that about those nights makes me check myself, right? And say, girl, you don't really know what their dynamic is. So you need to just dial it back and you need to let that happen the way that it happens. Because there's a reason why they're Earth Mix. And there's a reason why Mix puts the smile on. Because they're Earth Mix. Okay.
Yeah.
And I need to just take my brain out of that. Let that happen.
I'm going to bring up another thing. I don't have anything in depth about them, but WilliamEst, I love that I get to see Est do his thing. Like the S that I knew was the like, the quiet security person, or what, like he was not this person that you see on the stage that you have to, if you're going to be William's partner, you have to have the talent to be William's partner, right?
Exactly.
And they work so well together, and I just enjoy. The more I get to see S perform, the more excited I get, and them together, of course, is it's just a thrill.
I like how S is a little saucy, and William can play up to the
different
line.
each night too.
Yeah, so the last night, so every night prior to, there was a dip, and it was William dipping S and them like almost kissing each time, right? But the last night, they even changed their clothes, and S dipped William, and William was teasing and playing and flirting every other night. So S was like, "Well, fair game. It's my turn." And S went in. The way William panicked, and then they had like a steering wheel.
That's what I
trapped him, and like the way S was just like zoop, and pulled him in, and William went from William to
he squealed like a little girl.
He goes from alpha male to squealy girl, and like 0 to 6 is crazy.
He was not ready
of that man.
And some of that I also understand, where there are certain people where you don't know if they'll stop or not, like JoongDunk or somebody like that.
Right.
I don't think PondPhuwin worry about whether the other is going to stop or not. But
I think they did that to each other though too.
They did do it to each other.
They had. Right. Remember the
car?
The car stuff was crazy.
What are you talking about, Nikki?
I'm talking about the end. Wasn't it the positioning? Because remember the first night that he was like, "That's dangerous. Don't come over here." Who was like
that was Gemini 4th.
Oh, that was Gemini 4th.
Gemini 4th played with a lot of stuff.
They did it too.
Their dynamic is very different than it used to be.
I love how everybody plays with their dynamic, and they give us that, like, in these different types of venues, right? Because it's not just like it's not just set in stone based on what a show's gonna do. They're like, oh, look, we're gonna play with you no matter what.
There was a part of me when they were playing the game where I kind of was like rolling my eyes when they were doing because
I enjoyed that game.
I'm talking about me, right? There was a part of me, because I think that the fandom gets too caught up in the stereotypes of top on them. And so initially, my knee-jerk reaction to the game was, why are we playing into all of this? But what I really loved about it was seeing that it is very clear the vibe that you get when certain people are. There was nothing more than just them standing next to each other, and their demeanor would shift. It was so fascinating, honestly, to see the vibe shift when certain people got put together. And Mark was so excited too, because
he was
where he switched, but like for the first 2 they gave him, and it's other actors, your peers. It's not fandom, right? It's your peers looking and going, "Oh yeah, that's Mark so and so. Oh, that's Mark C." You know what I mean? And Mark was like, "Really?" And they were like, "Yeah." I think Book did that too, where he was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, Book." And he was like, "Ah!" They were so excited.
Because they're both ones that don't like to be held in that little. Book doesn't want to be cute all the time, and Mark is not.
He doesn't want to be beautiful. Don't call him pretty. Just so everybody knows, that's my lifelong goal. I need to go to Thailand and call Mark pretty, just so he can be mean to me.
That's everyone to be mean to her. Nikki's
I need it.
For them to be mean to her.
I need it in my life.
Junior is allowed.
So the way that you were talking about that makes me think of, and this is just a teaser because we are all dedicated to Blush Blossom Fest, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And I asked a question generally in our chat, in our sister chat, about what it means, like, because those definitions of top and bottom, like, don't make sense to me in my Western mind, because I'm very Black lesbian coded, and so I need a stud and a femme and a da 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 da. And how
Yeah.
are these things? And you guys are
With them.
speaking to the idea, right, of just stature, like how somebody holds themselves. What does that
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
How do they in different ways kind of communicate who
Yeah.
is the more like yeah, the more
Dominant?
assertive,
Dominant.
dominant person
Assertive
Yeah.
within
dominant.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm very invested. I am looking forward to Blush Blossom Fest
Me
a
too.
lot.
Because the
So
girls can
anyway,
say.
just want to just putting it out there. But yeah. So you guys were making me think of that. I was like, oh yeah, because I remember asking that question, and you guys being like,
Well, it makes me
it's
think of the
not that
way
complicated.
like with the girls though, like the way Milk carries herself, the way Emmy carries
Yes.
herself, the way
Yes.
Namtan, and this did they carried themselves that way prior to GL being a
Mm,
thing and then being paired.
mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
Milk was like always like a badass like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Hmm.
think, yeah, I think it is kind of very similar to the guys. Um, but it was really interesting to see all the mix and matches after I got when I was like, okay, this is peers doing this
Yeah.
and not fandom. It didn't feel as icky. And
Mm-hmm.
but the thing that I found most interesting was there was only one person who refused, and that was
Pooin.
Puin.
Pooin
He
was
said
like,
Piton. Yeah, he said Piton knew what he was doing when he paired us, and I
yeah.
don't need to mess with that.
But they're
I was
also
like,
the ones that say
damn.
no ghost ships. Pooin's very strong about the no ghost ships. So
That's Pond
that's
actually.
Pond.
It's
You're right. That
actually
is
Pond.
Pond.
Yeah.
But Pond
Yeah,
was
so
like, let's
that's
play the game. And Pooin's like,
right.
hell to the
That's why.
ball.
So and I don't know if this is real or not, right? But somebody did a mashup of them giving each other permission. So you'll see them catch each other's eye and be like, and they'll say yes,
I
and
saw
then the
that
other
too,
one
I
will
think.
go. And so there was that exchange between Pond and Puin. And he told Puin to go ahead. You see him
Yeah, I
nod and be
saw
like,
that.
go ahead.
And
And
Pooin
you
was
see
like, no.
Puin think about it, and Puin walks to Pond and he's like, no. Like he's just very clear, like, I don't wanna be that dude. I'm good. Like I don't need this
and
game. I got who I want.
So,
and
and
that is
that's
why Gemini Fourth makes those very declarative statements. I'm just gonna
Pabu and
say
are
it.
dating.
and that's why it kills me when people act like they don't care about one another because
Yeah.
Pooin cares about that man. It
Because
doesn't
part
mean
of
that they're in a relationship,
Hundred
but
percent.
Pooin cares about that man.
because
100%.
Poon will tell you if you asked him about them, he would like, I don't want Pond. He would be like, I don't want Pond to be pouty. Pond could go over there because Pooin can handle it. Pooin can't
Mhm.
go over there because Pooin knows Pond will say yes, but he cannot handle it because he's adamant about no ghost ships. He don't want to
He
see
is adamant.
any of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
he's
we
like,
don't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
His response to people asking him to be OnlyFriends, what doing OnlyFriends was the same as Boon's. Did you see that clip where the EarthMix
Mm-mm.
and because they're doing the show together, EarthMix, First Cow, and BounPrem, and EarthMix and First Cow have done OnlyFriends, and so they're doing
Mhm.
Oh
like
yeah.
an interview for their fan con, and they're talking blah blah, and Mix and Earth turned back up to BounPrem, and they're like, you should do. It's your turn. You're next. You should do OnlyFriends. And Boone goes, no. And they're like, ha 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 ha. And he's like, no, we're not interested. We're not interested in that. And it was
All
so
right.
clear. It was so very much like, we're not doing that. We're not okay with that. Y'all go ahead and live your best lives. But we will not be kissing up on randos. Like, no.
You said we will not be kissing up on randos. That's funny.
I mean, sure, they could be lying to us, whatever, but in their lore, Boone
Why though?
was not only Prim's first kiss, but only kiss.
Yes,
And
I've seen it
Boone wears
several
that with
Mm-hmm.
times.
pride. So he would
Yeah,
be
Prim has
shocked
said it. Prim has said
if
it
Prim
over
kissed
and
someone
over.
I
else.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yes.
that, but my whole point is
Yes.
like, why would they lie to you about that? Like that's the
I don't think
part
they.
that
I
always is
don't think
funny
they
to me.
are, but people will say
Yeah.
that's part of
Yeah.
fan service and yada. I don't think they are because Boone wears that like a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
He
Mm-hmm.
did
All
not
right
let
now.
nobody. I was kind of tickled because there was a point where they were changing clothes on stage, and the first night, like
Oh
Boone
yeah.
has always been protective of Prim, but Boun was like extra during like Prem would just be laughing with someone and Boun would be like, get over here. You know what I mean? And it was a lot and people were making edits. So by the third night, I think, second or third night, Boun was like, and I did not expect him to say this. He was like, okay, everyone.
And possessive.
Yes, I am very possessive of Prem.
Yes, I saw
That is funny.
He's like, but I love you, nah. And then Prem just did this. Like Prem was facing the other way, and he did the "I love you" sign. But he was so embarrassed and laughing.
Oh, that was in your edit,
Ollie. Moments, those are not like made up.
Oh, it was
yeah. It was in your edit. I saw that. Okay, that makes sense.
Because Prem was just like, "Oh my god," he said it out loud.
All right, I think we're good, y'all.
Yeah, we need to
wrap it up.
I just wanted to say one more thing before we really wrap it up. We were watching it live. We were like, what made them decide to do these go-karts? But all the edits of the go-karts, every angle, the many crashes, the zooming of Jimmy around everyone.
Jimmy was so intense.
Fun. It's really fun watching all those edits.
Yeah.
It was boring.
And the go-karts totally made sense. It was a racing theme. Why wouldn't they have go-karts?
Yeah, they needed very those excited about those go-karts too.
I just think that the level of go-kart like capability was different for everybody. Yeah. And to be fair, if I had a go-kart, I'd have been the one crashing into people.
Yeah.
Totally fail at that go-kart.
But it was cute seeing one help another, like get out of their vehicle and help someone out and push each other with their go-karts. And all of that was adorable.
Boun saved the day for Mix because Mix was stuck.
Poor baby.
While we were watching it, it was like, when is this go-kart stuff going to be over? The edits made it really, really fun.
It was forever go-karting. We're like, why? All right. Are we going to do what made us happy?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it done. You'll go.
Who's first?
I'm going to go. Dude, I'll go. Because I told everybody today in the group chat what made me happy. And you guys, I saw it coming. I knew it was coming, but I still cried anyway. Because when I saw that Annie and Lunar and Move got their voices, oh my God. I didn't think I was going to be as touched as I was. Annie, of course, I don't know if you guys know, I started not as an Annie hater, but an Annie like, she's showing her draws to everybody person. And I quickly turned that into, I love that girl. Because her mom's told her what, to show everybody yo yellow. And Annie singing was perfect. Lunar sounds like a crazy old lady who smoked 2 packs of cigarettes. And that is exactly what Lunar needs to sound like. And Move being the cutest kitty cat that she can be. That is my joy, 100%. Couple of side joys. X Love's debut album, their second album debuting. Really and finding out that ATEEZ has another part 5 coming to Golden Hour. That also was another one. But I have to say, the one thing that made me cry as a grown woman was Annie talking and singing with her mamas. That Emmy Bonnie Annie Bond got me. It got me this week. So that's mine. What's making me happy.
Cute. Okay.
You got something, Kelly?
Sure. One thing, Shoku and Aston have become busy again, and I just adore them.
They're back. Yeah, they're back.
They're back in full force, and they've been flirty online, and just and then Aston has just been so enamored with the work that he's doing, and I love seeing somebody who loves what they do. So it's very sweet and cute, and also he loves him some Shokun. And the littles in general, Shokun Aston, Luke Mick, what the hell is that? Luke climbed onto Mick.
I saw that.
That video was a lot. And then my little Ken Paul, who are Ashi, and I forgot Ken's name, in which is my other favorite thing, which is When Oranges Fall. It's gorgeous. One of the most beautifully filmed series in a long time. So all of that.
Are you watching that, Nikki?
I'm not yet, no, but it's only like 2 or 3 episodes in,
yeah,
right?
It's only three episodes.
That one I am
love
convinced is an instant classic.
Can I say, Kelly, though, my favorite Kim Paul was when Junior said, "Tell him what you want." And Paul said, "I want that."
Yes. That was going to be one of my joys.
I want him.
Yes.
And Junior was like, "Oh God."
Junior's telling Ken, "You have to buy my son a house. You have to court this man right, and then tell him what you want." And Paul's just like, "Yeah."
He's like, "I want that.
So cute.
I want him." And Paul was like,
"Y'all don't know." In the sister chat, guys, I said this. I'm gonna have to write a fanfic about this family.
Oh Lord.
Because Force Book are Ken's parents, right?
Yes.
And
it's Tama Fox's brother.
Yes, because Tama Fox's
has
brother.
Strong feelings about that. And I just picture like warring families, and the sons are in love with each other.
Oh my God, it would be so good. You have to do it. It's so it would be so good, so delicious. Sorry, Kelly, I didn't mean to.
No, that's fine. And then just one more part of the June and it made me happy, and then they deleted it, so I don't like that. But they were flirting nonstop yesterday. Dunk was asking if he was his mermaid, and then there was a whole lot. There was a whole very, very long flirty conversation. But now I think June is sulking, so he deleted everything today.
What?
Oh my
goodness! And
I don't have time for this.
He was whining about not having a fin, and then at one point, I guess they did a live. They were in Singapore, and somebody in the chat was like, "Why is your shirt on?" Because they were in Jung's room, and he's always naked. And he was like, I just have it on right now. And he's like, but if I took it off, no one would stop me. No one would stop me. Because he's like, no one's jealous of me. And they were like, and then one of them, I think it was Pond or someone, was like, you don't like people being jealous of you. And he's like, not if you're my friend. Only if you're my boyfriend.
Oh my God. I'm so sick of him. Anyway, let's go.
And literally,
he do too much.
Pond and Santa, he said that they were all in the live, and they looked at the camera and walked off one by one.
Exactly, because that's right. Like, that's how you should treat that foolishness. To do with your mess. Let's go.
Don't be jealous of me if you're my friend. Only if you're my boyfriend. Can you be jealous? No one's gonna stop me from taking off my shirt. Okay, that's it.
Go on.
My joys, Churm.
I'm still behind. I need to watch 2 and 3. I'm going to say
it. But the conversation in it about the Switch conversation, I thought.
Oh, so Tutor Yim? I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
Sorry, but there's a scene.
You shouldn't be sorry. That's what gave you joy.
Yeah.
Speak about it.
They have a conversation in the shower. You want to be the one this time? It's a whole talk about it. And that does not happen. And so
along with you. That was the last time we saw it.
Oh yeah. But
no, I will say
Drew also pointed out the fact that Nat actually did the deed.
Yes, and people were weirdos about it.
And people are acting like this is the first time this conversation ever happened.
No.
I enjoyed the fact that the conversation happened, but I didn't think it was the first time that it happened. But it was it was exciting to me that it was like something that they talked about.
And I will say double helix it happened, but it was a weird did not come to fruition. And that Chinese BL, sometimes, not cool juju.
It's got some toxic things going on, but I like it.
Some toxic things.
That's probably why I'm not watching it. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Along with you had it. Bad Buddy was one of the early Switch BLs.
Yeah,
it wasn't explicit, but it was there.
It was there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very much what? They have a real conversation about it, which was
a great conversation. Like that. That's cool.
I also I'm loving all things Noel right now. Boss
Yes.
No. I love. First of all, I just love him. Period. I've always loved him. I've always loved his musician persona, which has always been more
aggressive,
right? Not the sweet little demure cutesy. He's always been that in his musician persona, and so the fact that he's allowing that out more in public in other spaces, I like. And the fact that he's unapologetic about, like, you better accept this is who I am.
Yeah.
And so I can be either way. And you're just gonna have to accept whichever me comes at you that day. And I love that. I'm enjoying that.
I feel like in their last vacation, they made clear Boss was okay with it too. He's like, oh, Boss don't have a problem. That's a you problem.
He gotta be okay with that, because I honestly believe the demure version that we're getting of Noel is exclusively within the things that they make.
Exactly. That's what he said. That's what he said.
I don't think that exists outside of those series. I think what we get,
there are glimpses of it, but it's not.
He can be soft of him, but it's not the totality of who he is. Yeah, and I think more of him is that rougher edge person.
I think we are version of him. Actively watching June work through it. He keeps saying he's okay, but then not acting like he's okay. Yeah. But he's trying.
I don't understand, because Dunk can be whoever Dunk wants to be, and that is gonna still be Dunk.
Right now, Dunk is asserting himself in ways that he never has before. He's trying to embrace his body, which was made fun of, his voice, which was made. All of these are hyper masculine things. I also think he has a strong urge to baby girl June. And that is their crossroads.
I think that is the crossroads. I don't think the masculine, presentation of Dunk is a problem, or the voice, any of that, because I do think June has been exposed to that. It's the flipping of the baby girlism that is where he's having a crossroads.
Because in one of those,
and he's like this, "Don't pick me up, don't baby girl me."
Dunk knows too. I find them fascinating, because I do think they're working through it, but I do think it's a challenge, because Dunk turns around, and the clip I watched before we did this, and he goes, "You want some water?" And June loses it. Now, mind you, we watched that whole thing.
Nobody else had a problem. Not
the quote unquote bottom. Every other one gave the water to the quote unquote top. Every single instance. So Dunk's like, what's more? And this is the thing. Dunk knew June was going to flip out, because he's hysterically laughing, right? And June just went, la, la, la. Why are you doing this to me? Why do you keep doing this? Put it down. No, I don't want the water. And he's like, he literally says, they're going to think I'm some weird kind of top. Just let me get the water.
When every other
person was like, thank you. Thank you. That's what your response was be. Thank you.
June, sweetie, you make it weird. You make it weird.
But you know what else is also weird to me? June lets everybody else pick him up, and he lays on them.
Yeah.
He does all those sweetie, cutesy things with everybody else.
This is me psychoanalyzing. It's not real. He has that idea of what a man should be, and how, because he, in my mind, I could be wrong, he legitimately wants to be the provider. He believes to bag Dunk.
Oh, that makes sense.
He has to be the man. He has to show his family, because Dunk's family is in full control. He has to show Dunk's family, I can be the provider. I am going to take care of him.
That totally makes sense, though. And especially with you think about his historical circumstance. But yeah, great. Gotta go.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay. And on that note,
great conversation, everybody. It's great.
It was really great. Is this the right music at the end? I'm so sorry. I just need to make sure.
All right, you guys. Okay. I had a ton of fun. I had a lot. We did a double.
Once again, thought we didn't have anything to say, and we did.
It was double doubles.
The drinks help.
LOL with FanFest was a great. We really enjoyed it. Day 2.
Okay.
I see the chat now.
Bye, everybody.
I love it. Okay, bye.